Ladies and gentlemen, we got an inaugural video here by After School. Based on the way that this channel creates its content, I was very hesitant to make a reaction. I don't know how. Like some of these, you have to really think: is it possible that I can make a reaction to this? Right? A lot of times, I do have to think that because I'm working with a very tight niche here. I'm working with a very, specific type of thing here. It's not necessarily a try not to laugh. It's not a whatever the fuck, right? Sometimes you do have to wonder, can I make a reaction? And I said, fuck it. After school, fuck it. I had to move my shit to the bottom left because I know any new this is like drawings. They're gonna make drawings with an audio in the back. This one's called The Big Lie by Dillon. Apparently Mans is a comedian, but they say he's a very deep thinker. They say they say that he might be on it. He might be on to something. He might have hit it right on the spot. And with that being said, let's go. After school, teach us. Paint the pictures. I love the drawing, by the way. Is somebody actually doing it? I mean, of course somebody's actually doing this, but like, fuck me, people are fucking talented, man. My God. No, see, that low-key bothers me sometimes, how talented some people are. I feel like I'm not that talented, man. I want to be talented. I want to be able to draw and shit, bro. How can they do that? I mean, of course, I know it takes, studying, and they got into it. I never really got into it because a lot of the times, if I wasn't good at anything, I just gave up on it immediately, and I didn't try. That used to be how I used to run things and how I used to operate. And therefore, if I was not good at anything, or if I got hurt somehow, somebody told me my shit was shit, somebody told me I wasn't cut out for it, I would listen to them. And I'd be like, well, this just ain't me. Not gonna do it. And therefore, I didn't do a lot of the things that maybe sometimes I wish I would have done. Maybe I could have been a better drawer. I suck. I completely fucking suck now. I can't draw to save my life.
People want to be fulfilled.
They see,
Don't go down that road, folks. It's a bad road.
It's a bad road.
It's a dark road.
Yeah.
Fulfillment. I'm telling you right now, the happiness road, there's a lot of bodies in the wake. Mm-hmm. I'm obviously kidding, but I'm half serious. I think people glorify
people almost definitely want to be
word, happiness. They glorify it. They don't really know what it means.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think they really know what it means. I think glorification, the idea of it, but I don't think they really know what it means. I don't think they have a full grasp on what it takes to be happy and how it works and how there's a necessity for bad in life for you to even know what happiness is. Because for you to know a lot of things, you have to know the complete opposite. Right? For you to know what happiness is, you'd have to know what it is not in a lot of ways, right? For you to know what up is, well, you'd have to know what down, left, and right is, right? You'd have to know what it is not and compare that, right? Evaluate that against the rest of any system that it might be in and be like, bam, that's that thing, right? Up, well, that's just not down, left, or right, right? That's the thing that remains in terms of a, directionality as I know it, right? I only know 4 directions. And I know up is not down, left, or right. Therefore, up must be this one, right? And that's how a lot of times you will associate those things in your brain. And people, they don't have a good relationship with happiness, I feel. I've met a lot of people that they do not understand how it works. They absolutely do not, right? And they'll just jump at any chance. They'll jump at anything anybody tells them will give them happiness without even thinking about it. I used to be like that in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. Like fulfillment and happiness are not the same. Your success and happiness are obviously not the same, right? Mm-hmm. Being in love doesn't necessarily make you happy. It's a beautiful thing. But a lot of people are in love the way they're on drugs. Mm-hmm. So, you meet them, they're frantic, they're fighting. Some of the best relationships I've ever witnessed, and I mean best in the sense that they probably have the best sex, but half of the relationship, they hate each other. And they're on the phones with each other, and the cops were at the apartment. It's not necessarily, love isn't necessarily equated with happiness, Financial well-being is certainly not equated with happiness. Happiness is really a thing you can choose to do and be, and it's worthwhile. But I do think people glorify.
I think you stand a you fare a much better chance to experience those feelings of happiness when you have money. I mean, let's say it how it really is. You fare a better chance when you're that guy sitting on top. You're probably gonna hate yourself if you are genuinely that guy sitting on top. I would hate myself if I was that guy. But at least if you have money, like if you can afford to get yourself some education, you can afford to send your kids off to the best school around here. You can afford to go to any doctor when you need it. You know, you don't struggle to pay. I mean, that's less stress when I don't have to struggle to pay rent. That's less stress when I don't have to worry about where my next meal's gonna come from. That's just less stress, and you overall live less bad things. You have a higher chance of being able to get all your necessities when you have the money. Therefore, if you don't have the necessity, it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna be happy. But these motherfuckers down here look like they're on the brink of death. I mean, are motherfuckers really that happy when they're on the brink of death? When they're starving? Are motherfuckers really that happy? Depends on how you define happiness.
That word,
I
just want to be happy. Okay, what does that mean? I just want to be happy, man. Okay. See, the problem is we've sold people on a bill of goods. We've told them all that they all have dreams or a vision.
Since you can't even read the full subtitles, I'm gonna turn them off.
And that the only thing missing is execution. This is the lie. The lie. One of the big lies is that it's all inside of them. The only thing they're missing is the plan.
That's everybody. That is every businessman ever.
Because people make a lot of money telling that lie, and I get it.
I mean, that's everybody, though. Isn't that a lie that's worth it, though? I mean, they're stuck in a system where they need, like, obviously, everybody believes success is happiness. Success is great. Everybody believes that success is high value. Therefore, if you're there, you're a high value man. People are going to like you more. Might have great sex. Might have that super fantastic sex that you've been dreaming about if you have said money. If you have said power. If you have said whatever the fuck. But isn't it a good thing that people are just telling them that they have it all within them, though? Even if they don't? Damn, but that makes it sound like religion. And you know my thoughts on religion. Damn. Fuck. I just confused myself.
And it's true for a few people. So the people that are telling the lie aren't lying to everyone. But the big lie is that it's in you. It lives in you, the thing. What? Well, they get, it's pretty vague. They leave that out. But the thing, the business, thing you want, the empire, all of it, product, the service.
Tell him again, Tony Robbins.
You got it.
Tell him
want
again.
it. Do I? You do. Do I want it? You do want it. And the only thing missing is execute. The only reason that you're not further is you're lazy. You're just a fatty boom batty. You're just eating breadsticks. Instead of doing it, what's it? Shh. It's in you. The money's in you. You're a piñata, but you don't know how to get into the inner core of yourself where all that money lives. You just need people to beat you with sticks in a backyard, and then the change comes out because it lives in you. So if you have that thing where you go, oh,
well, I think in a select few people, yes, it will. Like he said, right? And I mean, exceptions to anything prove the rule. I've heard, right? But let's be real. Yes. I've never seen that all of those people that go to all those seminars. I've never seen that every last one of them, even the ones that generally do get off their ass and they're not lazy and they try and they believe that which Tony Robbins told them. Not just Tony Robbins. That's my example I'm going to use, but like people that believe what he says and they go and do it. I don't think every last one of them that's ever heard anything that's been spewed out of these business moguls' mouths. I don't think every last one of them has gotten rich. I'm not gonna hold you. And that was the plan for all of them, right? To get wealthier. I don't think a single person has gone to listen to these shits if their plan was not to get wealthier, to have more money, to be in a better place than they are now. Of course, I have seen people do it. I've seen people actually listen to this shit and actually grow something and actually get somewhere. Maybe the motivation from Tony Robbins or whoever the fuck it's saying, maybe it's helped them. Maybe it really did get them off their ass. But not everybody can be rich, yes. But that's the thing that they do say, though. Not everybody can be rich, and sometimes people can go too far in the other direction, wherein they can justify that in not trying a lot of things because they feel, it's stupid. Not everybody's going to be able to do that. I mean, accept the facts, and they're not wrong. Not everybody's going to be able to do this, but not everybody is going to. It's a law that you never really have to worry about ever being broken. Not everybody's going to actually implement. Not everybody's actually going to get to action. It's not something you have to worry about. It's not a law that is anywhere near close to being broken. You can get the very rare thing. You most definitely can. I could. You could. The thing is, most people just aren't. And you have to know what it is. Right? You can't be too vague with it. That's the one thing that they do say it very clearly, though. I hear it a lot, is you have to get clear on your goals. You have to know exactly what it is. You have to get clear on your goals. Otherwise, if you're just speaking vaguely, and you say what it's in you, well, then you fucking like, what's in them? What? What is in them? You gotta get clear. You absolutely do gotta get clear. But I think maybe there's certain people that I don't think no matter how much you beat them with a stick, they might never get clear. And that's why you never have to worry about it. Even though, yeah, it might be a rare thing. I don't think anything is like impossible for anybody just because it's not impossible. Oh wow. Oh shit. I just thought of something. I can't even finish that. I need to stop talking. I talk too much.
It's me. We've told everyone in this country that they're entrepreneurs, stars, athletes, thinkers, journalists. We've told everybody. Warriors. You're a warrior. We've told everyone that they are all things at all times, no matter what. We told them that nothing really matters, not their character, not their track record, their work ethic, their ability, their intelligence, their IQ. Nothing really, really, truly matters except execution. Hustle it up. It's the only reason. We said geography doesn't matter, nothing matters. Where you're born, who you were born into, crackhead burning you with cigarettes in a closet, that doesn't matter. Shimmy on down to LA, be a star. And a few people will do that. And then a lot of people won't. But it's a glorification of the self. And what's interesting is the people that are the most successful are actually not the happiest. Why? Well, why? That doesn't make any sense. Well, it's almost like happiness might come from a community or family or social commitments to others. No, what? Hold on. Fuck. You're melting my head. Yeah, so actually the most famous and rich people, they're like not the happiest. Well, then the people that are happy live like a lot of times. When are people the happiest? I'll tell you that when I've observed people the happiest, they're kind of the happiest when they're like planning an event for other people and they're telling you how happy people are at the event and how happy they do, whether it's in a small town or something like, people really derive a sense of pride and joy and happiness from, getting people together and building something that potentially will outlast them, tradition. Something that people can really look forward to and enjoy, and it represents something. And a lot of times you see this, in the simplest form
Absolutely.
with a family, planning where the cradle and the crib is going to go and everything. And even in, a larger, maybe it's a festival every year that a town does that people, really get into, or whether it's a big sporting event or game or whatever it is, people tend to be happy when they have social commitments to other people and things. It makes them feel like they're part of something bigger and larger than themselves. So the glorification of self at the expense of all other things, these people end up locking themselves in ivory towers, and then we've met a lot of them, and they want to just, start their own cities and pillage, destroy, rape, kill, because there's not much left to do, right? I mean, what else are you going to do when you've given it all, and they give you all the gold, and you're sitting there on the ivory tower, and you're just looking down at everybody else, and you start obsessing over them and going, well, they're too fat, or they're not fat enough. Those are the two warring things in public health. You have people being like, they're too fat, these fat fatties. And then people going, they're not fat enough. Fat is beautiful. And it's also like, it's not your business what people do. That being said, you give somebody enough money and enough power, they'll never leave you alone. They meddle. Bill Gates meddles. He's not done. He's not done with his $100 billion. He wants influence now. You see, because the money has lost its fun. I don't give a fuck what you do, because the money's still fun to me. But I guess when the money stops being fun, I got to look at you and go, what are you doing with your lives? You need my 10-point plan, you pigs. That's what happens. So that's why people, the glorification of the self, they don't realize it. They go, well, I'm just going to quit my job. I hate my job. I've always been funny, and I'm gonna do it. And then they really, well, number one, they're not suited to it. They don't know what it is. They're not good at anything. They don't have any value. And then, God forbid, some of them, beg, borrow, steal, scam, slice, cut their way to something or halfway there. They'll be as miserable as they were. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But let them do it. It's the big lie. It's important. It pushes the country forward. Without it, you wouldn't have cool shit. I mean, you need people to, go after it, so to speak. But it's just this lie. It's never that happiness is inside you. That would be nice, but that's not good for the economy. Can't tell people that happiness is constantly, you got to keep finding that. Classes and yoga retreats and silent retreats and religion, and happiness is never, that doesn't live inside you. What lives inside you is an empire. It's an empire that's inside of you, and it's just execution. You just need to just start with a brisk walk. Start with a brisk walk. Cut the carbs, cut the sugar, little brisk walk, do a little more reading at night. No phone time at night. Natural light, more big windows, nice wood, good acoustics on the wood. Feel that? See the acoustics? That's not jarring. It's good wood, little by little. You go, oh my God, yes. Little self-care, very important. Little eucalyptus, couple of vitamins, little mint. Very important. See a good friend. Take a walk on the beach. Laugh. Why? Because you want an empire. Wait, can't I just do all that stuff? No. All of that stuff puts you in a good headspace so you can pillage. All of that stuff will put you in the right mindset so you can dominate others, destroying them in order to validate yourself. Yes, you continually eat their souls until you are big, fatty, filled with the souls of others. Yes. You eat their dreams, spit them out, shit them out. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, but that's the big lie, and that's the whole anti-work movement. I understand that companies fuck with people, and they should pay them fairly, but people have eschewed all social commitments and communities and all that stuff, but what they do is they constantly think, there's this great journey. And listen, some of them will go on a great journey. And I'm not saying that you should ever be prevented from going on a journey, but just be a little realistic. Be a little realistic about what's out there waiting for you. It's a pit of snakes.
You make some good points. He makes good points. I think he makes good points. I see where he's coming from on the happiness thing. We're in. I don't know, cause I want to believe. Like, in all honesty, I just want to believe. I want to believe that if I really want something, I can get it. I absolutely do. And knowing how much I want to know something that's true, and then like believing that which is not, I can't pull an NF and say I'd be happy believing it does, even if it isn't. I don't know if that has value in itself. I don't know if that's gonna allow me to get the thing. I just think that I really do want to believe that I can do it. I really do. I don't want to believe that I'm special in that way. That I could do it. That I really could quit my job. And that I could go and do the things that I really do want to do. But I needed to not be vague. I needed to be specific. To do the thing that I specifically... If I was going to set out on a journey, I'd need to know my destination. Because then otherwise, I don't know where the fuck I'm going to end up. And in that way, yeah. I mean, there are some hard truths sometimes. You know, it is one of those things that's pretty to believe. It's you want to believe that anybody could do it. That it is generally just within you, and that all you have to do is actually. I've heard that a lot. Just get to it. You know, just act. Just do it, right? And I've heard that so many times, and I don't know exactly what is what. I don't know. Because I don't know where I sit on that. Like you said, some people do get it. Some people do get it, and there's no saying that won't be you. And that shouldn't stop you. Just because, a small amount of people do it, it shouldn't stop you. It really shouldn't stop you, because I think there's always room for people. That I do know. I think there's always room for people. I think there's people that are going to try and they're going to fail because they don't have the resolve. They don't have the commitment. They don't know the it. I think there's people that are going to be in that movement of anti-work, and they're going to want to drop out. They're going to want to just get out and quit. But it's not going to matter because they're just not capable. They're going to eventually going back. So it's not like we're ever going to run out of McDonald's workers. It's not like we're ever gonna, run out of these shits. Like I think there's always room anywhere. I think there's always room. I think you could make room. I think you should be willing to go and make room, but you have to know exactly what that room is. Be realistic, Be a little like don't go too crazy either. I think you do have to take calculated risks, and you should be. But I think imagination is very powerful. I'm not going to hold you. I have noticed that. Like, imagination is very powerful. A lot of people have gotten to places where if they were realistic, they would have never gotten there. If they were just too worried about realism, they would have never gotten to the places that they are now. Sure, they might not be happy. It's not like they experience eternal bliss. It's not like they experience constant happiness. But they just are in a better place now. Like, they take that place true. Like you ever heard those rich people say it? They've been rich and they've been poor. They've been sad rich, sad poor. They've been happy poor, happy rich. But they choose rich every time. That's what they say, and I believe them. I think I truly believe them when they say that they would 100% choose to whatever it might be, whatever emotion you might feel. Emotions aren't really involved in that. About happiness, that's not really the point. The point is, can I get to a better place? If you can provide value for people. Yes. I think you could. You provide value for people, you actually get the fuck to it, and you know what it is. then I think you could get more money. I think if you really wanted to, if you really have that discipline to push through when shit is not gonna go your way, I think you'll get it. I think you get it. But don't be expecting happiness. That's what I would say about that. Don't expect happiness. Gosh, no. Don't expect just happiness. Expect, sure, maybe you won't have to worry about that bill. But then when you do get to that spot of more power, I guess, it's more responsibilities. So stress levels might even out, might equate back to what they were when you were poor. Because then you have a lot more responsibilities when you're rich. But it's something about that idea of being rich that makes you think, well, it's worth it. What if that's an illusion? What if that's just a psychological illusion? From the feeling that you get from being higher above, from feeling unique, from feeling powerful in society. In comparison to everybody else, you feel much greater above them, right? You feel that. Is not necessarily true. Not physically, but, I mean, in some senses, yeah. Not ones that really matter. Not really. Like, I don't care about Grant Cardone. I don't know who that motherfucker is to me. That motherfucker ain't nothing to me. Not nothing. I mean, I just think the guy's good at business. Good for him. I don't care. And it's like, well, let me know what you guys thought, man. Let me know your thoughts, takes. I didn't talk during that because I heard my parents yelling, and I got distracted. So I might have to rewind a little bit to go and pick up what I may have missed out on. Let me know your take. Let me know if he's on it. Or if he might have maybe... I think both people are right. I think both the speaker and him are right. Can I say that? I think both Tony Robbins and him are both right. I think they're right. But they're both speaking to different people. Like, when Tony Robbins is up there, I think it's his job to tell you that. I think it's his job. I think it is. But everybody's sitting there. A conundrum occurs when everybody sitting there knows that not everybody sitting at that arena is going to get it. It's something that you just know. You go out there for a motivational speech, you know not everybody sitting in that arena is going to go and completely change their lives. Not everybody sitting in that arena is going to get to the level of Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, Tony. They're not going to get to that level. You know that. You know that. You know not everybody. You know that motherfucker that's going to come up and sit next to you is not going to do it. He, like, for some reason, you just feel he's not going to do it. But it also depends what it is. Because maybe he doesn't want to get to the level of Tony Robbins. Maybe he just wants to gain $1,000 more every month. And in that case, he has more financial freedom, I guess. Maybe he'd have less time, unless if he could pull it off for passive income. Maybe he knows exactly what he wants, and it's just nothing too grandiose. Because I think that's what you're focused on in these lessons. It's something that's super grandiose. And there's not very space for grandiose. I mean, grandiose in itself, it's not a lot of space for that. Not a lot of space. I feel it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people have become YouTubers. I mean, fucking talking about grandiose. I mean, people have become YouTubers. I don't know if you consider that grandiose. You know how many people have over 1 million subs? It's actually a decent amount of people. A good amount of people have over 1 million subs. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know my take yet. I got a little bit distracted. I'm sorry.